Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the boycott of Call of Duty. If you're not familiar with what's going on, a lot of streamers are being called out for some of the stuff that's happened, and Activision is now being boycotted, Call of Duty in particular. This all started with a streamer named Nick Mercs. He's a very popular Twitch streamer and YouTuber who streams Call of Duty Warzone. And he took to Twitter and basically said that leave kids alone. There's a situation that happened in a school, and he just basically said, leave kids out of this. And this really upset the LGBTQ community, and they complained about it, and basically Activision banned Nick Mercs' skins and everything off of Call of Duty Warzone, and they don't want to socialize with him as a streamer. And because of that, some of the biggest streamers, the greatest Call of Duty streamers out there on the internet, and some of my favorite streamers, Dr.Disrespect and Timthetatman. Timthetatman is one of my all-time favorite streamers out there. He's my favorite person to watch when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone. They took to Twitter, and they don't want anything to do with Activision. They all have skins, and they are basically, in a way, kind of boycotting Call of Duty. And these two, Dr. Disrespect and Timthetatman, are the biggest Call of Duty guys on the internet, on Twitch and YouTube. So, for them, sticking up for Nick Mercs is a big thing. A lot of people are calling to boycott Activision and Call of Duty, and to basically stand with all these streamers, with Timthetatman, Dr. Disrespect, and Nick Mercs. There's been articles now coming out saying that Nick Mercs, Timthetatman, and even Dr. Disrespect are hateful people. They're against the gay community and stuff, and that's 100% not the case. All Nick Mercs was saying was he just wants kids to be kids. All he said on Twitter is that he wanted kids to be kids and stop teaching them all this stuff that they shouldn't be knowing, and stop tempting them, and stop doing the things that they're doing in some of the educational systems. He says just let kids be kids. And that did not sit well with Activision, and it didn't sit well with the LGBTQ community, even though he is not hateful or homophobic. He just says leave kids out of it, which I understand where he's coming from. And because he got basically banned, and he's being called all these names, big streamers like Dr. Disrespect and Timthetatman had to stick up for their boy. And now these two are now being called homophobic and a lot of bad names and stuff just because they're sticking up for their friend on YouTube and Twitch. So it's interesting that's happening right now. And a lot of people are calling to boycott Call of Duty and Activision for what they're doing and stuff. And even Call of Duty, actually, on Twitter, I think it's Call of Duty's Twitter, they deleted a tweet for Pride Month and stuff. And I think they're scared that they're going to be losing followers and stuff. And it's got nothing to do with Pride Month or anything. It's just them silencing someone who just spoke an opinion. No one's against Pride Month. No one's against the LGBTQ community. They just want to speak their mind and not get canceled for it. And a lot of people are trying to cancel Dr. Disrespect and Timthetatman for sticking up for Nick Mercs, which is stupid, because they're just sticking up for a friend. That's all they're doing. And I think Activision is handling this poorly, and I think they're very scared now because there is a lot of people who don't want to play Call of Duty now. The ratings for Warzone are going down. Players are leaving the games and leaving all the lobby rooms, and it's pretty bad now, actually. And I think Activision is very worried about this. And I wanted to cover this because I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. I'm a fan of Activision, and I'm a fan of the Call of Duty franchise, but I'm also a fan of Timthetatman and Dr. Disrespect because they're streamers I watch. So watching them go through this is incredibly infuriating because all they're doing is sticking up for a friend, and they shouldn't be called names and being called bigoted or homophobic. Even what Nick Mercs did, I don't think he said anything wrong. I think he was just saying what he needed to be said. I get it. And I just think we live in a very overly sensitive world now. And people need to calm the fuck down. And people have opinions, and people might not say things you're gonna like, but you need to fucking deal with that shit. And I think Activision is suffering because they're scared right now because a lot of people are not playing Warzone now, and their lobbies are getting empty. And Call of Duty is one of the biggest gaming franchises in video games. So the fact that there's a lot of people boycotting it, and it's not just like a trend that's going on. There's a lot of people that are boycotting Call of Duty. Even the most hardcore Call of Duty players and some of the most popular Call of Duty streamers are boycotting it. So Activision is very worried right now. So I'm very curious to see what is happening. Am I going to boycott Call of Duty? I'm not sure. I don't think me boycotting it is going to stop Call of Duty from doing their thing and Activision from doing their thing. It's made me think negative on Activision and how they're acting and stuff, but I think occasionally I'll probably play some Call of Duty, but I'm very skeptical on them now. So I want to see how this plans out. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions if you guys are boycotting Call of Duty. I understand why. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but I actually stand with Timthetatman and Dr.Disrespect in their opinions and how they're sticking up for a friend. I agree with that. I think Activision is handling this incredibly poorly. So, you want to boycott Call of Duty? I don't blame you. So, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this is just another case of cancel culture, or do you think people are overreacting? Do you think Activision was overreacting? Give your thoughts and opinions, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and join the dark side.